Guys, today I'll be showing you another version of chocolate chiffon cake. I found this recipe at Taste of Home, but I changed and modified the procedure. And the ingredients are 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. This is optional. This is instant coffee. And then we need 1 3/4 cup of sugar, which I will divide. 1 3/4 cup of cake flour, half a cup of cocoa powder, half a cup of oil, 7 egg yolks, and then 7 egg whites. And then we need boiling water, which is 3/4 cup. First thing we need to do is to put the instant coffee into the boiling water. Give it a mix and then add the cocoa powder. Make sure that there's no more lumps of the cocoa powder, so you have to whisk or mix this vigorously. Next step is to whisk the egg yolks and then 3/4 cup of sugar. So the other 1 cup we're gonna use for the meringue. Then whisk this until it is light and pale yellow. Just like this. And then we can add the vanilla, the oil, and now the hot water cocoa mixture. Then mix it until everything is well combined. And now we're gonna sift in the flour, the salt, and the baking soda. I'm using a spoon to mix it in. And then continue sifting. At this point, I'm gonna switch on to my spatula. And then we will set this aside and move on to the meringue. So this is the leftover 1 cup of sugar, and then the cream of tartar, which is 1/4 teaspoon, and the 7 egg whites. We will begin by beating the egg whites until it is frothy. Then add the cream of tartar. At this point, we can gradually add the sugar. Once the sugar is all in, continue beating until we reach the stiff peak stage. And this is not the stiff peak stage. See, like when you tilt the bowl, the meringue is not sliding off the bowl. Now we're gonna combine the two mixture. Add the meringue in 3 additions using the folding method. Just like so. Now we're gonna add the second addition of the meringue. And now finally the last addition, or the third addition. And this is now ready to be baked. I've got my chiffon pan here, which is ungreased, that I put on top of a baking pan. This will just ensure that just in case it leaks, it will not make a big mess in the oven. So just add your chocolate chiffon batter into the pan. And then we will bake this at a preheated oven at 165 degrees Celsius for about 55 to 65 minutes, or until when you insert a wooden skewer in the middle and it comes out clean. But before baking, give it a light tap just to release some of the air bubbles. And this is what it looks like after baking. Again, one important step is to invert this upside down, just like so. For the glaze, again, this is optional. I need 2 tablespoons of icing sugar, 1 tablespoon of butter, half a cup of cream, and 100 grams of dark baking chocolate. So I've cut up the chocolate into small pieces and put it in together with the cream, and then melt this in the microwave for about 30 seconds. After 30 seconds, the chocolate is completely melted. While the cream and the chocolate is still warm, we can add the butter. If the butter didn't melt at this point, we can put this back in the microwave for another 10 seconds, just to completely melt the butter. And now we can sift in the icing sugar. Give it a mix. And we can set this aside while the chiffon cake is cooling down. So I'm running the spatula on the sides of the cake, just to release it from the pan. And then using the spatula again, run it at the bottom of the cake, just like so. And this is our chocolate chiffon cake. It's still pretty warm. And now we can drizzle the chocolate glaze that we made. And this is our finished product. And then just to show you what it looks like when you cut it, when you cut the cake, I should have waited for the chocolate to set. It will set the glaze, but I'm very impatient. So yes, but you can see how light and fluffy the chiffon cake is. And then just to show you one more time with a better angle, this is really good. You will not regret making this. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you for all your positive feedbacks. Bye.